everybody, welcome to a new video. Today it's going to be what I eat in a day. So actually it's going to be what I eat for 2 different days because at the end of the first day I ended up getting sick. So I didn't really eat like I was going to. That was originally going to, so I ended up adding another day just because my days kind of change from day to day, or my eating changes from day to day, just depending on what I want and like that type of stuff. So I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get started. Good morning, y'all. Today is Thursday. We are going to do a day in eating what I eat in a day video. So right now I'm just cooking eggs, 2 eggs, and a half a cup of egg whites. On my plan it says oats. But I might have a bagel. I have half of a bagel, because I just like my bagels. And we just got bagels yesterday. So, and it's like the oats aren't gonna go to waste. The bagels sometimes do a little bit more. So I'm gonna have that, and then we finally got peanut butter. So I'm gonna put some peanut butter on that joint. Well, actually today's a refeed day, because it's just cardio, so it's slightly different. So I can actually have fruit today. So I might have that instead of the peanut butter. Normally I have peanut butter. But today I'm going to have a piece of fruit. So yeah, today's going to be fun. It's currently 9 o'clock. Super late. I didn't wake up till 8:30 this morning. Because we ended up having little Mikey last night. He originally went to my parents' house for the evening, but he got sick a couple times, and they didn't, since they live far away from like Dayton Children's, they didn't want it to get worse. So we had him last night. So he woke up a couple times. One time he was up for like over an hour and a half. So of course that's when I got him. So Jake was awesome enough to let me sleep in, and then I slept until 8:30, which is not normal when we have him. Normally, even when we don't have him, usually it's like 7:30 when I wake up. So I must have been pretty tired, and it's crappy and gloomy outside, so I didn't realize that, what time it was either. But yeah, so we're gonna do what I eat in a day. Obviously, this is for my body, and you can take bits and pieces, but don't necessarily eat this for yourself. But yeah, we're gonna get into this video of cooking my eggs. All right, so here we go. We have 2 eggs and half a cup of egg whites, a half a bagel with a wee bit of butter on it, and then a full banana. Now, for this refeed, it's supposed to be same as eggs, 3/4 cup of oats, and then a banana. But I really was just feeling a bagel today. So with my meal plan, I try to do like my best to stick to my meal plan, but I'm not like, strict with it. So it's made the weight loss more enjoyable, in the sense that for a majority of the time I don't feel like I am, I would say, quote unquote, cutting, I guess, losing weight. The only time was this week. I made salmon when it was frozen and it is dry as hell. So that's about the only time that I feel like I'm actually, when I eat that, I feel like I'm, definitely eating a meal plan. But for the most part, I don't, which is, I think, how you're supposed to eat. You're supposed to not feel like you're on a diet, which I have not been real successful with. So I'm excited that this is actually like working. So we're gonna eat this, chill out for a while for the day, and I have no idea when I'm gonna do cardio. So yeah, basically the only thing I really have to do today is like cardio, and then hang out with the little man, because tomorrow I have to go to school. So yeah, that is my meal number 1. Alright guys, so it is crappy outside. As you can tell, it's raining. So normally I would work out in the afternoon, so I'd have my meal 2, which is like a snack, lunch number 3, and then a pre-workout snack, which is number 4. Yeah. But I just got done with my cardio session, just at 35 minutes, so I didn't eat my pre-workout because it's noon right now. So I did my workout earlier than, kind of normal. And then since I ate breakfast a little bit later, I didn't eat anything, so I gotta go to the store, get some applesauce and some crackers for a little man. Try to get some more food in his system than just formula, because he refused his 11 o'clock bottle before I left, which is not great. So gonna get some applesauce, some crackers. Hopefully that helps little man. He seems fine. He has been taking his nausea medicine that he had previously from a previous, upset stomach. So we're using that. So it seems like that's helping him not throw up. However, he's not really eating much either. So we're just gonna take it by ear and hopefully he gets better. But yeah, we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna go home and we're gonna eat lunch because I am hungry. So here is the awesome lunch that I had. It was 5 ounces of chicken. Yeah, 5 ounces of chicken, a half a cup of rice, and then a crap ton of veggies. And my veggie of choice was the broccoli. And then I had a can of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. I don't always drink Diet Pepsi, or just have a carbonated drink in general, because I usually do take pre-workout. However, for this particular day, since it was just a cardio day, I decided to have a Diet Pepsi. My meal 3, which would originally be my post-workout meal, is just a regular snack, and that is a protein shake. I don't necessarily like protein shakes. I'm not one to shove it down my throat, but this actually is pretty good, I will have to say. So I knocked one of these back and got my protein in for the day. And then my meal 4, or what I would call dinner, is salmon, 5 ounces of salmon, and then some mac and cheese. Now, obviously, mac and cheese is not on my meal plan. However, it was the one thing I wanted to get that salmon down, since I'd said that it tasted like
crap since I cooked it frozen. And because normally my dinner time I don't even have a carb at all. I usually just have my protein and my veggies, and that's it. Wanted nothing to do with veggies, and to be honest, I had a hard time even eating this meal. So as you can imagine, later that evening, I ended up not feeling well. I did not get sick that night or the next day, but I was definitely not feeling well after this meal.
All right, so I am going to do take 2 of what I eat in a day, because the last time I did it, it really wasn't like a true day in the life, considering I got sick later in that evening. So we're going to restart it, and we're gonna do it today. So first, for breakfast, I'm going to make my standard eggs. This is 2 eggs, a half a cup of egg whites, and then I've got 2 pancakes. Now normally I don't do pancakes, but yesterday it was our anniversary. Happy anniversary, babe. And I made him pancakes yesterday, but we had extra. So, just gonna eat the rest of them today with him. But yeah, then they got chocolate chips in them, so yay. But we're gonna have that for breakfast. Normally it would just be a bagel. I had half a bagel, but we're changing up a little bit. So we're gonna eat this, and then we're gonna chill out with the little man before we get our washer and dryer. Yes.
So I totally forgot to take a picture of my lunch before I started eating it. So it was originally 5 ounces of chicken with some of my homemade mac and cheese that has carrots in it, so it was a little bit healthier. And then I had a thing of broccoli. Now this is basically the same thing that I had the previous full day of eating, just slightly different. So that's pretty much a staple in my lunch.
All right, y'all. So it is pre-workout mealtime. So we've got a scoop of this pump fuel. This is Arctic Blue Blast, basically your blue raspberry. And then I got myself a singular Rice Krispie treat. This is caramel. I'm not at that point that I want to do bland stuff, so I got me a caramel. And then I do 4 scoops, so 4 big scoops of yogurt. So big spoon, regular spoon. See the difference? So I did 4 big scoops of this, and then I actually eat it with this. So it was about 110 grams of yogurt. I usually don't measure, but for this video, I just measured it so you guys know. So I will eat all of this and then go to the gym. It is a full body day today, I believe. So hopefully we get to add a little bit of weight, and they put a whole section of new equipment in. And I haven't seen it yet since they did it like last night. They moved the old stuff yesterday when I was at the gym. By the way, that was, was at the gym. And then I saw a video on Facebook that they have the new stuff in. So it looks pretty nice. However, I don't use that section usually. I go over to more of the free weight section. But anyways, we're going to eat this, and then we're going to go train, probably bring little man with me, just so he can get out a little bit, so.
Alright, so that was just like the weirdest workout ever. I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought it was like a full body upper day. And I don't even have that on my schedule. Like, what the heck? So, I originally took Mikey with me. Well, he was not having it within 15 minutes. So, I had only got through 1 exercise. And then Jake came to pick him up, which I'm very grateful for, so I didn't have to like leave. But yeah, I had warmed up upper body to do an upper body workout, and I looked at my schedule and it says it's lower body. I was like, what the heck? So I did like a quick lower body warm up, and then I got into it. And I was pushing weight pretty good. Like, it was good. It was just like, for some reason I had a big brain fog. I don't know. And then the gym got new equipment, partially got new equipment, so the stuff's pretty nice. Pretty nice, I'll tell you. I don't use much of that. Won't use many of them machines. I like to use more of the free weight stuff. But yeah, just super weird. So, ooh, I should talk to that guy. But anyways, it was a good workout. So, me and Jake decided to do tacos for this day. Now, the beef on there is actually what we were supposed to have for dinner. I think it was maybe 4 ounces. I didn't actually measure it out because I kind of forgot to be honest. But all we have on there is cheese and some barbecue sauce. Normally we would put lettuce with it. However, we did not have just regular lettuce. We had like Caesar salad packets, and I don't really like to take the lettuce out of that because then we end up just not really using the packet at all. So usually I definitely have veggies for dinner, and we just didn't do it this day, which is fine. You know, sometimes you just don't want certain things. So yeah. Although it was pretty good though. Alright guys, so showered up, ready for nighttime, but we had some exciting stuff happen today. We got pretty much all new appliances. So, I have a new oven, thanks to my parents. And then we have a new fridge, same thing, thanks to my parents. And then eventually we are going to have a mounted microwave up top, i.e. thanks to my parents. And then we also have a new washer and dryer, which I am super excited about. Because what we have been doing is going to either my parents' house or Jake's parents' house and doing laundry for like the past 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks since the government is still shut down and Jake is still not working. So yeah, that was some pretty exciting stuff today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.